My name is Elena. Today I will talk about MBTI. These are my table of contents. What is MBTI? Overview of MBTI. 4 preference indicators for MBTI and conclusion. What is MBTI? MBTI is a psychological test designed to find its preference for recognizing and judging through self-report questions that individuals can easily respond to, understand how these preference trends affect human behavior, and apply them in real life. Overview of MBTI. MBTI overview. The Myers-Briggs type indicator is a self-reported personality type testing tool devised by Myers and Briggs based on the psychological topology of Swiss psychoanalyst Carl Jung. 4 preference indicators for MBTI. MBTI consists of 4 preference indicators that show differences in individual preferences in attitude, perception, and judgment functions. A. Sometimes they express themselves and organize their thoughts at the same time. Because they are very interested in other people, they tend to get along easily with friends they meet for the first time. They tend to have many friends because they like hanging out with their friends rather than being alone. They don't tend to express themselves easily before their thoughts are organized, so they need to ask to know their thoughts. They find their time alone comfortable and want to keep friendship with a small number of friends for a long time rather than making many friends. As they tend to remember the information received through the 5 senses realistically and specifically well. Since the facts you experience directly become important information for judgment, stories that lack realism or are too dramatic tend to be unreliable. Rather than doing many things at once, they like to do them step by step. And rather than being specific, they understand the relevance and possibilities between information in the overall context and trust their intuition. It's more fun to do something in a way than the usual way. Rather than analyzing mistakes in something or situation, they try to think and understand in that person's position. Even if there is unfairness, it is difficult to argue and there are many tears. They sympathize with their friends' stories, find good points, praise them, and encourage them. They are characteristic of analyzing something or situation naturally, so it is quick to judge well. Through the question why, they are also told by their friends that they think about it as a characteristic of serving their curiosity. They tend to organize their surroundings and take good care of their things in their daily life. If there is something to be done, I tend to finish first and play, and they are anxious that they may not be able to finish their work within a fixed period of time. They don't hate a well-organized environment, but they are not bound by their own organization. Even if there is something to be done, they tend to start when they want to, and the timing is often imminent. It seems they are interested in other things that they are curious about rather than finishing their work, so they are doing various things at once. Conclusion. MBTI is a psychological test. MBTI was made by Myers and Briggs. MBTI is divided into 4 main categories. MBTI is divided into 16 personalities. Thank you for listening to my presentation.